Hey, welcome to today's video. We're talking about my 3 favorite leg exercises, kind of continuing the series that's been going on now for some time in regards to my 3 favorite exercises for all muscle groups. Now, I'm going to start with my disclaimer, and I don't think you should only do 3 exercises for muscle groups. There's a lot of great exercises out there for all the muscle groups, so don't just limit it to 3. But if I had to pick 3 that I could only do 3, these would be the 3 that I would do when it comes to legs. So without further ado, let's jump into those. All right, of course, you knew this was going to be in here, the squat. I can't even stress how great this is, and not just for your quads. It's great for your glutes, it's great for your core, it builds overall balance, just like almost full body strength. It really does. So I can't stress enough the importance of doing squats. If you're not able to get under a bar and do squats, start off with just doing them with your body weight. Start doing them. That's the point. All right. So let's take a look at how to properly do a squat, some things to avoid. Let's take a look. All right. So when I'm under the bar, there's a lot of things going on. You have the balance issue, depending on how much weight you have on it. You can be doing this. You want to make sure you get under the bar centered. Now, second thing is my feet are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. My toes are pointed just slightly at an outward angle, and that's how you should be. Now, my knees are not locked out. I've got a slight bend in them, so that athletic stance, I'm ready to go. Now, when I lower down, I'm only bending with my legs. My back is not moving. I'm not bending forward. I'm not bending backwards. I'm not bending my back. My back stays straight throughout the movement. So I'm going to lower, and you want to come past parallel, or at least 2 parallel. If you can go past it, go past it. But basically what that means is my thighs, they're parallel to the floor. Then I'm going to push up. Now, a couple things to be mindful of. First, you've probably heard it said, don't let your knees go past your toes. Bullshit. Do what feels best for you. For some people, it's painful to do that. For others, it's less painful. So find what works for you. You're not hurting anything. It's a natural movement that goes past your knees. So get rid of that age-old, I don't even know where it came from. Second thing that's very common with this is when you go down, it's easy for the heels to come off the ground. You don't want to do that. Those heels stay on the ground. If when you push up, the heels come off the ground, guess what? You need to drop the weight because you're doing too much and you're having to compensate. Your glutes aren't strong enough, your quads aren't strong enough to bring it up while keeping those heels on the floor. So really pay attention to that. Another thing, you want a nice slow movement. You don't want this. No, what is that crap? Nice slow down and nice slow up. Again, don't walk the knees out at the top. Now, a couple things to be mindful of with squats. If you're having knee pain on your squats, sometimes that can indicate that you have really weak hips because they're not taking enough of the load, so there's too much load placed on the knees. To compensate for this, I recommend building up your hip strength through lunges, through hip thrusts, and really developing the hip strength because weak hips can lead to knee pain. So if you're having a lot of knee pain with your squats, lower the weight, check your form, and build your hip strength. All right, let's jump into the second leg exercise. All right, number 2, I'm under the barbell again. I'm gonna lift up. Now, this is the forward lunge. I also like reverse lunges, but be wary of those because you really need to be paying attention on those. So for that reason, I chose the forward lunge. Now, what I'm going to do, again, my feet slightly wider than hip width apart, toes still pointed slightly outwards, and same concept. My back is straight. I'm not bending my back through this movement. I take a giant leap forward, nice stretch, and lower down to where my front thigh is parallel to the floor. Then push up. Same principles apply. Keep your heel grounded for that forward foot. Now my back one, my heel's up. That doesn't matter. But the front one, again, make sure the heel stays on the floor. Come back up, switch feet. Just a nice, slow movement. If you've got space, you can walk forward. If you don't have the space to do that, if you're just in the squat rack at the gym, there's not a place for you to kind of get out, like a center strip in the middle of the gym, then just alternate your lunges. So that is number 2 favorite. Let's take a look at the last one. All right, my third favorite is the Bulgarian split squat. If you've never done this, it's a killer. I love this exercise and I hate this exercise. It's one of those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm kind of gonna get in the lunge position. So I've got one foot out in front of the other, and then I'm gonna put my other foot up on something behind me. You can use a bench, you can use a chair, whatever you've got. And then I'm essentially going to lower and come back up. Kind of think of it as a one-leg squat, except you're holding dumbbells. Down and up. Switch feet, do the same thing on the other side. Nice slow down. Nice slow up, don't walk the knee out. Down, up. I like to use dumbbells on this, not a barbell, because if I have to bail, guess what? It's pretty easy to do so. Also, it takes a little get used to getting the balance down with this, so start off light, don't try to kill it. All right, hope you found this helpful. If so, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and remember, you've got this.